In modern-day society, generalizations and stereotypes are still seen to be made when gender comes into question. When certain facts about gender are generalized, stereotypes are formed. The development of children's perception about gender is constructed rapidly according to their understanding of categories based on religion, race, nationality, culture, and language. Children adopt traits of males and females as they begin to associate themselves with the first social group identification they come across. These associations can be seen as a long-term force which eventually shapes the likes, dislikes, and behavior of children and results in their adaptation of their gender roles in the society. When a child's developing cognition is informed by existing behavioral divisions, it creates gender differences in children's behavior that ultimately develops into adult behavior. The media plays a major part in constructing and instilling a particular image of gender roles into the mindsets of its consumers. The obvious differences in how gender is represented in the media are by observing the stereotypes created to depict the traditional man or woman. The concepts of masculinity and femininity are also seen deeply rooted in the media, which comes from the stereotypes society has created about how things should be and what are the norms of a society. Despite the change in gender roles of women in the society from the past as a housewife to now more modernized representations of women, not much has changed than the fact women are now represented in the media as objects and still portrayed as inferior to men. Worldwide, women are gaining power in fields of education, business, and science. However, they continue to be underrepresented by the media dominantly as typical stereotypes of nurses, caregivers, secretaries, or teachers. These generalized portrayals of women in the media undermine them and continue to establish traditional gender stereotypes. It is easy for audiences to mentally register and believe such generalizations and stereotypes when they are shown over and over again. In the case of children, it is difficult for them to identify gender biases and its consequences from a young age. Children also find it challenging to distinguish between reality and fiction while they consume media messages. Therefore, what they read, hear, and watch unconsciously develops into their understanding of what their gender roles should be in the society. Therefore, if the issue of gender bias in childhood is not dealt with, it can result in children going into adults whose opinions and behaviors should lead to misjudge and discriminate individuals based on their gender. Our society often creates generalizations and stereotypes, and we can see it in being reflected in the media. This is Hira Hyder signing off from News 360.